my God.
The secret predator crisis. Why are America's most controversial farm threats so dangerous? Behind the vast landscape of American agriculture lies a growing crisis threatening the foundation of the industry. But who exactly are these predators and why do they cause such massive damage? Watch the video to uncover the truth and learn why these threats are more dangerous than you think. If you think this issue deserves attention, leave a 1 inch in the comments, and if not, leave a 0 inches. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for updates on the latest investigative videos. Mountain lions are among the most fearsome hunters with refined hunting skills and excellent adaptability. Living primarily in mountainous areas, dense forests, and grasslands, they use speed and agility to become the most effective predators. Their hunting abilities are not limited to small animals, but can also take on larger prey, helping to maintain balance in the ecosystem. Are you curious about the life and hunting strategies of these predators? Leave a 2 inches in the comments to share your thoughts. Mountain lions have increasingly become a significant threat to rural communities as attacks on livestock have become more frequent. To address this issue, intervention measures have been implemented to create a balance between protecting human lives and ensuring the safety of wildlife. Adjusting the distribution of mountain lions through conservation and control programs has helped minimize conflicts while also allowing local people to maintain a stable income from agriculture and livestock farming.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Right there. Careful.
An outstandingly successful strategy for controlling mountain lions has been implemented by a team of hunters renowned for their ability to track and reduce the number of mountain lions safely. The use of firearms and hunting dogs has become the primary method due to its precision and effectiveness. With a success rate of up to 95%, this approach has proven highly effective in minimizing the threat posed by these predators, especially in areas where they pose significant risk to communities and agriculture.
There's no dog. Good job. I hope you hit record. Yeah.
He's done.
Well, and they'll drag a dog right off the top of that. Yeah.
When close enough, the hunter must carefully analyze the situation, considering the wind direction and lighting to ensure an accurate shot. The goal is to quickly end the hunt, efficiently aiming for the prey's vital points, such as the heart or lungs, preventing it from enduring further pain. After the shot, the hunter must observe the animal's response and act with respect and responsibility, ensuring a swift and humane conclusion. The perfect coordination between hunters and professional hunting dogs has yielded impressive results in mountain lion hunting. On each successful hunt, Chris Ryan's team typically harvests 4 to 8 mountain lions, and this success rate demonstrates the effectiveness of their hunting strategy. The collaboration between well-trained hunting dogs and experienced hunters is the key factor behind this success. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more exciting videos. See you in the next ones.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. It's still freaking me out like you can jump up, you know? Yeah. Look at that. Oh.
We couldn't believe our eyes when we witnessed the extent of the damage caused by the wild boars. The vast area was completely disturbed, with trees trampled and the ground uprooted. These boars are not only causing serious harm to crops, but also threatening the livelihoods of the local people. This is truly an issue that needs to be addressed immediately. If you think this battle is important, leave a 2. 3 inches in the comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you won't miss any of our exciting upcoming videos.
Absolutely hilarious. Aloha.
As the first light of dawn broke, we entered the dense forest near Tellico Plains, Tennessee. After hunting together for many years, our team worked seamlessly without needing words. I quietly followed the tracks of the wild boars step by step. Suddenly, a teammate shouted, "Target ahead." With careful preparation, I quickly aimed and fired without hesitation. Bang! The bullet hit its mark and the wild boar collapsed, ending the hunt in an instant. Before I could even relax, I spotted a shadow darting through the thick trees. My hunting instincts kicked in, and I quickly raised my rifle, locking my eyes on the target. Bang! The wild boar scrambled to dodge, but it was too late. It staggered and then stopped motionless. I immediately reported the situation over the radio. Orson, my teammate, swiftly moved to block its path. At that moment, another wild boar charged out. Without hesitation, he took a precise shot, dropping the boar instantly. We knew that wild boars typically move in groups, so there were likely more hiding in the area. The team began thoroughly checking every spot. As expected, the entire group emerged under the pressure of the chase. I stayed calm, gripped the rifle tightly, and kept my eyes on the target. A precise shot dropped one immediately. After a 10-minute break, we ventured deeper into the forest. The thick bushes acted like natural walls hiding any movement. However, our hunting dogs never missed a trace. They quickly picked up a new scent. The team immediately positioned ourselves, maintaining tight formation and aiming carefully. A shot rang out and another wild boar dropped just ahead of us. The gunshot echoed through the forest, causing the wild boars to panic and scatter in all directions. A few tried to escape, but we didn't let them get away so easily. I quickly adjusted my shot angle, locked onto the target, and fired. One wild boar dropped instantly. Within minutes, our team scored another impressive victory. As we were about to wrap up the hunt, the lead dog suddenly barked loudly. From deep in the forest, a massive dark shape charged out at incredible speed. Not giving it a chance to react, I fired continuously. The shots rang out and the beast collapsed. Every October, David Lee Carter's farm in Tellico Plains is bustling with the corn harvest. However, this year, the joy of the harvest turned into a nightmare as wild boars relentlessly ravaged the fields night after night. Watching months of hard work trampled my team of hunters, and I couldn't stand by. We made a plan to hunt them down without rest, setting out at dawn in our familiar hunting truck, heading toward Carter's vast fields. Just 15 minutes after arriving, a few wild boars appeared in the distance. I quickly aimed, but they kept charging despite the gunshots. With the help of hunting dogs and a netting trap, we cornered them into an area known as the Wild Boar Land. Not long after the next target appeared, we moved quickly to block its path. From a good position, I calmly took a shot while my teammate also brought down another boar with a perfect shot. Unbelievable. In a flash, we took down 2 boars. This double kill ignited the team's spirit. Not long after, a dark shape darted across the field. We hid in the tall grass, holding our breath for the perfect moment. Then, before the boar could sense danger, a volley of shots rang out. It collapsed in the vast field. Is this hunt thrilling? If yes, drop a comment 4. If not, leave a 5. In John's area, a tense chase unfolds. With his experience and sharp shooting skills, he swiftly takes down his target. The hunting dogs shine again, flushing a massive wild boar from the brush. It charges straight at us, but I'm ready. I raise my rifle aim and fire. The boars here are fiercer than ever, some even charging head-on. Luckily, our team stays calm, reacting quickly and precisely in every situation. As we moved to the new position, strange noises from afar startled the team. Seconds later, a wild boar charged out trying to escape, but today it wasn't its lucky day. A few shots rang out and the beast went down. Then we got word of a herd of wild boars hiding in a cornfield mid-harvest. The team rushed in. They came at us in huge numbers. Amid the chaos and gunfire, we only managed to take down 1. And with the rest still out there, the hunt isn't over. We'll be back tomorrow. It all started the day before when my friend Enzo tipped me off that he'd spotted an area with hundreds of wild boars living near the Cherokee National Forest in Tennessee. I jumped at the chance to join. The terrain was vast, so we spent hours tracking. Thanks to the hunting dogs, we quickly found their lair. About 200 meters away was a small valley with tall grass and thick brush, a wild boar's paradise. This hunt was special because of the fearless hounds by our side. They chased the prey to exhaustion. When the boar was worn out, I loaded my gun and fired. A big one went down. Before long, another boar appeared and was taken down instantly. These wild boars are incredibly dangerous, especially when you're in the territory of aggressive males. Each encounter was a mix of nerves and thrill. I get why they're called beasts. One charge could leave you seriously hurt. Hunters have to be razor sharp. One shot and a boar dropped. Keen observation and listening for their movements are critical for survival. Suddenly, a grunt echoed from the bushes. The team snapped into combat mode. Sure enough, a massive boar charged out. I fired immediately, but the bullet only made it angrier. I had to pump a few more rounds to bring it down for good. After bagging a few boars, we were eager to keep going. The hunting dogs started getting restless, sniffing around. Sure enough, a few more boars were hiding nearby. We unleashed the dogs and they bolted in one direction. Their barks rang out, signaling the prey had been spotted. The boar couldn't hold up against the dogs and went down under our shots. The lead dog earned a hearty meal as a reward. Hunting dogs are invaluable in any terrain, from dense forest to streams. Still, you need a gun and a knife to take down big game. Be cautious, dogs can get hurt facing an aggressive boar without enough backup. Treat them well and they'll be loyal partners. Last night, the folks in Tellico Plains barely slept as wild boars wreaked havoc. With the situation escalating, we formed an emergency night response team. After tracking, every clue pointed to the Cherokee National Forest. As usual, we set out early, armed with weapon supplies and our loyal hunting dogs. Just as we got settled, a boar charged from a distance. Without hesitation, we locked on and fired. The bullet hit its mark and the beast tumbled a few times before dropping. First kill of the day. Moving forward about 150 meters ahead, we took cover and watched, guns loaded, ready to go. After 10 minutes, the sound of heavy hooves thundered closer. I adjusted my scope and fired. The boar dropped instantly. A clean shot, pure satisfaction. But we weren't done. We reloaded, prepped for the next target. As we crossed slopes covered in dry leaves, a herd of boars charged like a storm. Staying sharp, we closed in fast. Shots rang out and an adult went down in a flash. I caught up to a stray splitting from the pack, picked a strategic spot and fired. It dropped on the spot. As the team savors the thrill of victory, a strange noise erupts from the bushes ahead. Suddenly, a massive wild boar charges out at breakneck speed. Instantly, I raise my rifle aim at the beast and fire without hesitation. Only then do we get a close look, a colossal boar weighing 350 kilograms. After that heart-pounding surprise, we press on with the search. Every so often, more boars appear in our sights, unaware they're being tracked. With crisp gunshots, one by one, boars of all sizes fall to the ground. Pushing deeper into the hills, we spot tracks leading to a larger herd. Dense trees obscure our view, but experience helps us pinpoint them quickly. The first target drops instantly. Two nearby boars have no chance to escape as follow-up shots take them down cleanly. Other hunters in the group fire relentlessly, wiping out every boar in our sights. By the end of this clash, 7 more boars lay defeated. Staying in position, we move cautiously, scanning every detail. A sudden noise ahead puts everyone on high alert. A wild boar bursts into view right in front of us. I fire rapidly, each shot hitting its mark, dropping it instantly. With relentless pursuit, the remaining boars were forced into the open. As they tired, we struck. Amid a hail of bullets, each shot took down another. From the agile ones to the seasoned adults, all fell to our patience and skill. At a new ambush point, a suspicious sound drew our attention. We got into position, eyes scanning the area. A dark shape emerged. I held my breath and pulled the trigger. The shadow vanished, ending the thrilling chase. Thanks for watching this video to the end. Please support our channel with a like and subscribe. Goodbye and see you in the next video. Monkey tourism in Spain offers visitors not just a destination, but an unforgettable experience. Each year, millions of tourists from around the world flock to Spain, eager to encounter wild monkeys up close, fueling a billion-dollar industry. But behind the allure of these lively creatures lies a growing mystery. As monkeys lose their natural fear of humans, they become bolder and harder to control, turning once peaceful areas into scenes of unexpected chaos. What happens when wildlife and daily life collide? Leave comment 7 to join us in exploring this wild story.
Just walk away. Just walk away.
A recent study shows that 85% of tourists participating in monkey tourism in Spain are willing to feed the monkeys, causing a significant shift in their natural behavior. Now, about 80% of these monkeys rely on human-provided food instead of foraging in the wild as they once did. This well-meaning habit has transformed cautious animals into bold companions, constantly seeking handouts, fundamentally altering their relationship with humans. Once wary monkeys have become so accustomed to and dependent on food from tourists that they now view nearby residential areas as ideal foraging spots. As a result, they've begun expanding their territory, venturing deeper into human spaces in search of their next easy meal. Don't chase it. Are they aggressive? I don't know, come here. Such scenes are becoming more common as monkeys no longer hesitate to approach humans for food. At Costa del Sol, monkey intrusions have surged 200% over the past year, with over 1,500 reported incidents of vandalism and theft, from broken windows to stolen belongings. The damage caused by these bold monkeys has exceeded €400,000. This unwanted presence is not just a nuisance, but also harms the local economy, reducing property values and impacting tourism activities. Tourists, now wary of theft and potential monkey attacks, are increasingly hesitant to visit, leading to a sharp decline in the area's tourism revenue, a key income source for many residents. What was once a charming and exotic attraction is now driving people away, leaving communities to grapple with the costly consequences of unchecked monkey mischief. Facing the growing monkey invasion, the government has introduced a targeted policy to control the monkey population, aiming to protect both residents and the local economy. Licensed hunting groups have been approved, with up to 30 teams permitted to operate under strict guidelines. Each team receives a financial reward of €1,000 per monkey, captured a strong incentive to attract skilled hunters. Do you agree with the method of hunting monkeys with guns? If yes, leave comment 8. If not, leave 9. To qualify, participants must complete intensive training on monkey behavior, safe handling, and wildlife management. Hunters are permitted to use tranquilizer darts and humane traps, ensuring an effective yet non-lethal population control method that prioritizes both safety and ethical treatment. Hunters primarily operate in high monkey activity areas, such as near residential zones and popular tourist spots where monkeys have become particularly bold. These methods aim to minimize human-monkey conflict while maintaining ecological balance in the region. The designated hunting season runs from late fall to early spring, when food scarcity tends to drive monkeys further into human areas. Experienced trackers identify monkey presence by looking for footprints, overturned trash cans, and broken branches. All right, we're recording for spotting. Hunters rely on high-powered binoculars like the Vortex Razor HD, providing clarity at long distances, allowing them to spot monkeys from a safe range. To subdue monkeys effectively, hunters are trained to aim for the legs or torso, ensuring a swift and humane approach. These methods not only help control the monkey population, but also minimize risks and ensure safety for both the community and the animals. However, hunting monkeys presents unique challenges due to their high intelligence and social group behavior. Monkeys quickly adapt, often sensing when they're being tracked and skillfully escaping. In one case at Costa del Sol, a hunting team reported that monkeys learned to recognize their vehicles and would scatter as soon as they approached, making the task nearly impossible without advanced camouflage tactics. Their intelligence combined with agility and tendency to live in groups makes each hunt a test of patience and determination, often requiring hunters to wait hours for success. Despite these challenges, monkey hunting has attracted both seasoned hunters and thrill seekers, boosting the local economy by nearly 25% as enthusiasts and professionals join the effort. The initiative has also drawn attention to affected areas, turning them into hotspots for wildlife management tourism, while generating funds reinvested into communities. These revenues not only support wildlife conservation and management, but also improve infrastructure and enhance the quality of life for local residents. Proceeds from hunting licenses and rewards have helped offset the financial losses suffered by farmers and residents due to monkey-related damages. With top hunters making progress in managing the monkey population, a simple like or word of encouragement can go a long way in supporting their efforts. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Please help us with a like and subscribe to support our channel. Goodbye and see you in the next video.
Absolutely amazing.
Wild boars are wreaking havoc on fields, striking fear into farmers. But standing still is not an option. With their strength and wild instincts, wild boars are becoming a nightmare for rural communities. They invade fields, tear up the soil, and destroy crops in just hours, causing millions of dollars in damage. Corn and rice fields nearing harvest are devastated, leaving farmers in despair. Beyond crops, wild boars threaten the safety of humans and animals alike. Will the boars escape? Comment number 1 and follow to the end to see how this dramatic hunt unfolds. In the morning, we arrived at the hilly region of Provence where fresh signs of wild boars had been spotted. Upon arrival, the team didn't hesitate. They quickly coordinated with the hunting dogs and sprang into action. Without a moment's pause, Finn's teammates charged toward the noise driven purely by instinct. Before them, a massive wild boar tried to break free from the encircling dogs, but it was too late. A decisive shot rang out, cutting off any chance of escape. Then came a barrage of gunfire. Each shot was a victory. Each fallen boar symbolized the restoration of peace to the land once ravaged. Mountain lions have increasingly become a significant threat to rural communities as attacks on livestock have become more frequent. To address this issue, intervention measures have been implemented to create a balance between protecting human lives and ensuring the safety of wildlife. Adjusting the distribution of mountain lions through conservation and control programs has helped minimize conflicts while also allowing local people to maintain a stable income from agriculture and livestock farming. An outstandingly successful strategy for controlling mountain lions has been implemented by a team of hunters renowned for their ability to track and reduce the number of mountain lions safely. The use of firearms and hunting dogs has become the primary method due to its precision and effectiveness. With a success rate of up to 95%, this approach has proven highly effective in minimizing the threat posed by these predators, especially in areas where they pose significant risk to communities and agriculture. When detecting the signs of a mountain lion, hunters must approach with subtlety and patience. With their excellent camouflage skills, mountain lions can easily detect any disturbance. Hunters use binoculars and GPS devices to observe and track their prey from a distance, ensuring accuracy and effectiveness in the hunt. Speed, firepower, relentless pursuit. Every moment captured in raw, unedited footage by professional hunters. No hiding place, no second chances, just instinct and a life-or-death battle between man and beast. Are you ready to join this fight for survival? Start now. The first stop is the Pendus mountain range, a rugged terrain with treacherous landscapes, dense forests, and a rich ecosystem, a perfect maze for wild boars to hide. At 5:00 a.m., Ronan starts his trusty truck gliding silently through the cold morning mist toward the mountain's base. Without delay, he and his hunting dog plunge into the deep forest, tracking the beast the locals call the Shadow. After over 30 minutes of pursuit in the bone-chilling cold, a dark shadow suddenly charged, aiming straight for Ronan. In less than a minute, it was nearly upon him. Would you stay calm enough to pull the trigger in that moment? Ronan didn't hesitate. A precise, decisive shot. A mark left on the Pendus range, but the journey isn't over yet. Felix's team, binoculars in hand, waited in silence. The stillness was suffocating. 15 minutes passed, then a dark shadow glided through the valley. Felix held his breath, eyes locked through the scope. The moment the target was in range, a gentle trigger, pull a clean shot, and the beast collapsed onto the grass without a sound. Leaving Texas, we head to the Corsica mountain range where the terrain is constrained by dense thickets and rugged hills. Lewis's team arrives early, fully equipped, and moves to a pre-marked position with a clear view of the opposite hillside. As they scan the brush, a familiar silhouette emerges. A wild boar is sniffing through the grass, foraging for food. Lewis tightens his grip on the rifle and pulls the trigger. A clean, decisive shot. The journey takes us to Gorski Kauter, a rugged land of dense forests and interwoven hills, a natural maze perfect for wild boars to hide. Scott and his pack of hunting dogs ascend the hill, weaving through rocky paths and thick underbrush. Within 10 minutes, the dogs bark ferociously near a thicket. Suddenly, a wild boar bursts out like a bullet. A shot rings out the moment it leaves its cover. An ambush over in a flash. No time to think, no chance to escape. The excited barking of dogs echoes through the forest. The target has been found. A dark shadow bolts through the underbrush, frantically seeking escape, but it's too late. The moment the beast breaks into the open, Stephen fires. Would you want to join these hunts? If yes, leave comment number 2. If no, leave number 5. Every October, David Lee Carter's farm in Tellico Plains is bustling with the corn harvest. However, this year, the joy of the harvest turned into a nightmare as wild boars relentlessly ravaged the fields night after night. Watching months of hard work trampled my team of hunters, and I couldn't stand by. We made a plan to hunt them down without rest, setting out at dawn in our familiar hunting truck, heading toward Carter's vast fields. As dawn broke, we loaded our gear onto the truck and rolled out to the rendezvous point. Upon arrival, the team fanned out, moving to pre-planned ambush positions. 20 minutes passed in silence. Not a sound, not a sign. Then, as I crouched behind a thick bush, a massive wild boar, easily 500 pounds, burst out of nowhere just meters away. A sharp gunshot sliced through the stillness, followed by another. The beast collapsed motionless. A strong start. In the neighboring field, Leon also spotted a target. Finally, the herd of boars appeared. Leon quietly chambered around, locked onto his target, and pulled the trigger. A deafening shot echoed across the field. The remaining boars scattered in panic, disappearing into the brush. Only a massive boar remained lying motionless on the ground. In John's area, a tense chase unfolds. With his experience and sharp shooting skills, he swiftly takes down his target. The hunting dogs shine again, flushing a massive wild boar from the brush. It charges straight at us, but I'm ready. I raise my rifle aim and fire. The boars here are fiercer than ever, some even charging head-on. Luckily, our team stays calm, reacting quickly and precisely in every situation. Farmers in despair. Beyond crops, wild boars threaten the safety of humans and animals alike. Will the boars escape comment number 1 and follow to the end to see how this dramatic hunt unfolds? At the same time, on the eastern side of the field, Ram spotted the silhouette of a wild boar lurking in the dry brush. A few broke out in panic, trying to escape the hunting dogs. Gunfire erupted amid the chaos, dropping 2 boars instantly. About 5 minutes later, another charged out unexpectedly. Without hesitation, Ram took it down with a single shot. As dusk fell, we hurriedly tracked the remaining boars. The field grew quiet with only the rustle of grass underfoot. Suddenly, a wild boar burst from the bushes. It was fleeing something but chose the wrong direction. A single shot tore through the silence. The boar collapsed in the tall grass. This time it didn't escape.
Bekle, at. Çek abi, koltuğu çek. Köpeğin.
Wild boars, massive, sometimes weighing hundreds of pounds, have long been a nightmare for rural communities with their relentless destruction. Traditional defenses like fences or traps can't contain these cunning, stubborn beasts. So only one option remains: hunting, and now a 7-hour pursuit deep in the forest begins. As dawn broke, our team followed a narrow trail venturing deep into the forest. Suddenly, the dogs barked ferociously, a clear signal. We picked up the pace, fanning out to encircle the target. I chambered around and fired at the signal. The boar was taken down cleanly in an instant. A perfect start, right? After dropping the first one, I quickly reloaded, ready for anything. From somewhere above, another wild boar charged down from a ridge. No hesitation, I pulled the trigger. One shot was enough. The beast collapsed on the spot. In the stillness of the ancient forest, the sound of wild boars crashing through the underbrush was unmistakable. We didn't rush. We waited patiently until they were in our sights. Then we fired. The gunshots echoed through the forest. Moments later, another boar lay motionless on the forest floor. Moving forward about 150 meters ahead, we took cover and watched, guns loaded, ready to go. After 10 minutes, the sound of heavy hooves thundered closer. I adjusted my scope and fired. The boar dropped instantly. A clean shot, pure satisfaction. But we weren't done. We reloaded, prepped for the next target. As we crossed slopes covered in dry leaves, a herd of boars charged like a storm. Staying sharp, we closed in fast. Shots rang out and an adult went down in a flash. I caught up to a stray As the team savors the thrill of victory, a strange noise erupts from the bushes ahead. Suddenly, a massive wild boar charges out at breakneck speed. Instantly, I raise my rifle aim at the beast and fire without hesitation. Only then do we get a close look, a colossal boar weighing 350 kilograms. After that heart-pounding surprise, we press on with the search. Every so often, more boars appear in our sights, unaware they're being tracked. With crisp gunshots one by one, boars of all sizes fall to the ground. Without delay, he and his hunting dog plunge into the deep forest, tracking the beast the locals call the Shadow. After
İyiymişim arkadaş sen ya. Yıkıl gari. Abi iyiymiş ya.
After about an hour, we decided to move to a lower, flatter area to increase our chances of spotting targets from a distance. The hunting dogs proved their worth here. With fewer obstacles, they could easily pick up scents and pursue prey. However, with sparse trees and little cover, we had to be extremely cautious and completely silent. Wild boars are highly alert. If we weren't well hidden, they could easily detect us and bolt immediately. With a precise shot, the bullet hit its mark and the boar dropped instantly. My God, I never thought I could land a perfect shot like that.
Aferin oğlum.
To avoid alerting other boars, we had to take low positions, but the scorching heat of the Texas wilderness left everyone drenched in sweat, making the hunt more grueling and intense than ever.
Aferin.
Scanning the distance, we spotted a familiar dark shadow. As it started to run, the hunter beside me fired a confident shot.
Köpekleri indir.
Just a few steps later, the boar collapsed. More and more boars charged out of the forest like a storm. Amid the chaos, we fired relentlessly. When the dust settled, several boars lay still in the deep forest.
Ha gidiyor. Yazıyor.
Where I live, wild boars aren't just wildlife, they're a nightmare every harvest season. Just a few days ago, a rice field near harvest was completely destroyed in hours. The hard work of my family and neighbors gone. When no one listens to the farmer's cries for help, there's only one option left. We take up our guns and fight. Under the scorching sun, the boars appeared in growing numbers, moving in packs. This called for a solid plan to maximize efficiency. We kept our fingers steady on the trigger's eyes, locked on every movement, determined not to miss a shot. Then the moment came. The team fired in unison. A storm of bullets rained down, taking out a large number, but a few still escaped. From a distance, that familiar sound echoed again. They were back. I quickly got into position, aimed true. Rapid shots rang out. Everything seemed to go smoothly, but the tension was very real. Once wary monkeys have become so accustomed to and dependent on food from tourists that they now view nearby residential areas as ideal foraging spots. As a result, they've begun expanding their territory, venturing deeper into human spaces in search of their next easy meal. Don't chase it. Are they aggressive? I don't know, come here. Such scenes are becoming more common as monkeys no longer hesitate to approach humans for food. Not a sign. Then as I crouch behind a thick bush, a massive wild Each trigger pull brought intense pressure and a surge of adrenaline. We kept sweeping the area and suddenly more targets appeared. They were fast and agile, not easy to approach, but with experience our team took them down with sharp, decisive shots. Today's hunt was intense but unforgettable. Despite the challenges, we ended with results to be proud of. Though it tried to escape, it couldn't outrun the bullets chasing it. My God, the number of wild boars here is truly countless. Every few minutes we stumbled upon a new herd, but they weren't easy to deal with. It took nearly a minute of continuous shooting to bring down 3 in the swirling dust. The rest fled, vanishing into the forest before we could react. Even a lone boar trying to escape didn't deter us. We pursued relentlessly. Facing the wild boar threat, the hunters stood firm, coordinating closely and using skill and strategy to protect crops and communities. Patience, precision in every shot, and an unyielding spirit in the face of challenges are the core values. This lesson reminds us that thorough preparation, unity, and decisive action lead to success when confronting obstacles. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Please support us with a like and follow. Goodbye and see you in the next videos. The roar of predators echoes from the forest. Join us in this video to explore how hunters in Australia deal with them at poultry farms. Fox attacks on chickens have become a serious problem, causing significant losses for farmers. Are you ready to join us? If so, leave a comment with the number 1. The designated hunting season runs from late fall to early spring, when food scarcity tends to drive monkeys further into human areas. Experienced trackers identify monkey presence by looking for footprints, overturned trash cans, and broken branches. All right, we're recording for spotting. Hunters rely on high-powered binoculars like the Vortex Razor HD, providing clarity at long distances, allowing them to spot monkey. However, hunting monkeys presents unique challenges due to their high intelligence and social group behavior. Monkeys quickly adapt, often sensing when they're being tracked and skillfully escaping. In one case at Costa del Sol, a hunting team reported that monkeys learned to recognize their vehicles and would scatter as soon as they approached, making the task nearly impossible without advanced camouflage tactics. Their intelligence, combined with agility and tendency to live in groups, makes each hunt a test of patience and determination. Residents in affected areas of Australia have turned to using traps to address the situation. They employ simple yet effective traps placed in areas frequented by foxes, such as forest edges or near farms. The traps are carefully set with bait to attract foxes, increasing the likelihood of capturing them. Thanks to this measure, the number of foxes caught has significantly increased, better protecting farms and residential areas from attacks by these animals, thereby reducing losses for farmers. Proceeds from hunting licenses and rewards have helped offset the financial losses suffered by farmers and residents due to monkey-related damages. With top hunters making progress in managing the monkey population, a simple like or word of encouragement can go a long way in supporting their efforts. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Please help us with a like and subscribe to support our channel. Goodbye and see you in the next video. Sharp, we closed in fast. Shots rang out and an adult went down in a flash. Additionally, harsh weather and complex terrain increase the difficulty of setting traps. According to statistics, each year in states like Queensland, hunters successfully capture around 15,000 foxes, but this requires great patience and high skill from participants. They must contend with adverse conditions such as heavy rain, strong winds, and rugged terrain, which make tracking and trapping more challenging. In fox control activities in Australia, many people use hunting dogs to increase efficiency. These dogs are specially trained to track and chase foxes, helping hunters locate and capture them more quickly. They use their keen sense of smell to detect fox traces, assisting hunters in tracking through dense forests or grasslands. However, the number of foxes each person is allowed to capture is typically limited to 3 to 8 per day to ensure controlled operations and avoid negative impacts on the fox population. This regulation helps maintain ecological balance, preventing excessive decline of the species while protecting biodiversity. At night, hunters require advanced techniques and skills. While foxes have reduced visibility during this time, hunters must also be more cautious in their actions. Accurate shooting skills become crucial due to low light, making target identification difficult. They use equipment like night vision goggles to assist ensuring safety and effectiveness. Hunters use assistive devices like infrared lights or night vision goggles to enhance visibility in the dark. At the same time, they must remain alert and patient as nighttime hunting requires high precision and thorough preparation to avoid startling the prey. Every movement must be carefully calculated to ensure safety and effectiveness. The use of traps and guns to address foxes in Australia has yielded positive results in reducing the damage caused by the species to the livestock industry. Each year, approximately 20,000 fox attacks cause significant losses to farms, along with around 1,200 incidents of attacks on humans. These measures not only protect poultry but also reduce risks to the community. Hunters are thoroughly trained to use equipment safely adhering to strict regulations. Monitoring systems are also implemented to ensure hunting does not disrupt ecological balance, protecting the environment in the long term. Do you think these methods are reasonable for controlling foxes? If so, leave a comment with the number 2, if not, leave the number 5.
That second blast, little fox. Got one there for the predator.
Additionally, the bow and arrow is a traditional hunting tool that reduces noise but requires high skill and patience, making it less effective for some. Bow hunting demands greater precision as hunters must hit the target at closer range compared to using a gun. Without government support, fox control could become more challenging, requiring communities to collaborate closely to address the issue effectively. flexible measures are strictly enforced to protect crops and property. Licensed firearms include the Ruger Precision and Tikka T3X rifles, renowned for their accuracy and effectiveness in hunting. These rifles enable hunters to eliminate targets from a distance, especially in critical situations. Additionally, bows from brands like Matthews Archery and PSE Archery are favored for their low noise and flexibility in wooded areas. Hunters must regularly inspect their equipment to ensure safety. Strict monitoring systems are also enforced, requiring periodic reports to manage operations, effectively minimizing risks to the community and the environment.
Different angle.
Got him! Heck of a shot.
Pretty good size, too.
However, only hunters who complete a 9-month training course held every 3 years are allowed to participate. Hunters can face fines up to $15,000 and have their licenses revoked for violating regulations. Only individuals aged 21 and over are eligible to participate. Hunters receive subsidies to cover registration fees, equipment, and transportation to hunting areas. Hunting must be conducted at a minimum distance of 100 meters to ensure safety. Hunting too close can pose risks, especially during seasons when foxes may carry rabies.
Okay.
However, some oppose the use of weapons, arguing that they can pose dangers to humans and the environment if not tightly controlled. Critics are concerned about the potential increase in community violence and unintended consequences from weapon use, especially when improperly managed. They argue that while protecting property is necessary, safer and more sustainable alternatives should be sought, such as enhanced wildlife control and collaboration with experts to develop long-term solutions. Measures like electric fences, sound-based repellents, and ecological research are proposed to reduce conflicts with foxes while protecting biodiversity and ensuring community safety. The importance of balancing property protection with sustainable wildlife management is critical. Farmers and hunters in Australia have employed measures like trapping, using hunting dogs and firearms to deal with foxes, but they must adhere to strict regulations to ensure safety and environmental protection. Instead of relying solely on weapons, studying animal behavior and collaborating with communities, and the government can provide long-term solutions, more effectively reducing conflicts between humans and wildlife. Thank you for watching the entire video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to support our channel. As the number of ostriches in Australia continues to rise, the risks to humans are becoming alarming. These giant birds can reach terrifying speeds of up to 70 km/h, fast enough to chase vehicles on the road. If you also see this as a serious issue and want to raise awareness together, comment the number 1 so we can find safer solutions.
They come back.
Recent viral videos capturing ostriches chasing cyclists on rural roads highlight a significant threat to public safety. Weighing up to 140 kilons, a collision with an ostrich could cause severe accidents for both vehicles and pedestrians. Statistics show that ostrich-related accidents result in damages of up to 800,000 AUD annually, covering vehicle repairs, medical bills, and economic losses. Controlling the ostrich population has now become an urgent challenge that must be addressed immediately. The situation doesn't end there. Ostriches reproduce at an astonishing rate, with each female capable of laying up to 15 eggs per season. This leads to an 8% annual population growth. At this rate, ostrich-related accidents are projected to increase, posing a challenging safety issue for the community. To control the ostrich population boom, the Australian government has implemented strictly regulated hunting programs. Hunters must adhere to stringent legal requirements to ensure safety and maintain ecological balance. They are required to possess a valid firearms license, which is only issued after passing a thorough background check verifying no criminal record or mental health issues. Additionally, firearms safety training courses are a prerequisite, equipping hunters with the skills to use firearms safely and effectively. A separate hunting license issued by wildlife management authorities in states like New South Wales, Victoria, and Tasmania is mandatory for participation.
It's so beautiful.
In the Flinders Ranges, South Australia, ostrich hunting is permitted only from April to July during the non-breeding season to effectively control the population. Hunters typically use large-caliber rifles like the .308 Winchester or Remington Model 700, favored for their precision and power, enabling swift takedowns in the wild. A professional hunter can eliminate 8 to 12 ostriches per day, equating to roughly 500 ostriches over a 40-day hunting season annually. To participate legally, hunters must meet strict standards, including a 28-day background check, waiting period completion of safety training, and thorough knowledge of hunting regulations. They are also encouraged to purchase public liability insurance to mitigate risks. Since the implementation of these stringent regulations in 2020, ostrich population management has seen significant progress. Over the past 5 years, the controlled ostrich hunting program has reduced approximately 4,000 ostriches in key areas like New South Wales and Victoria. Hunting tactics often involve long-range ambushes, leveraging natural terrain to avoid detection. Precise shot placement is critical, ensuring quick and ethical kills while adhering to legal and ethical guidelines. Hunters are required to avoid overhunting, targeting only healthy adult ostriches to maintain ecological balance. Violating hunting regulations can result in severe penalties, including fines up to 40,000 AUD and potential imprisonment for repeat offenders, ensuring hunting activities remain within legal boundaries and support wildlife conservation. Since the implementation of regulations and hunter training programs in 2020, dangerous ostrich encounters have decreased to approximately 600 incidents per year, demonstrating the effectiveness of these measures in protecting human safety and maintaining the ecosystem. Compared to hunting ostriches with firearms, aerial hunting shows a significant difference in efficiency and cost. Are you interested in hunting ostriches with firearms? If yes, comment the number 2. If not, leave the number 5. Aerial ostrich hunting primarily takes place from August to October, culling approximately 1-200 ostriches annually. However, this method requires high fuel and equipment costs, so it is conducted only once a year, mainly on the ground to optimize expenses and minimize negative impacts on the environment and wildlife. After hunting, ostrich meat in Australia is fully utilized, playing a significant role in the economy. Ostrich meat, rich in protein and low in cholesterol, is processed into high-end dishes such as steaks, sausages, meatballs, and other delicacies popular in upscale restaurants. This industry not only generates substantial revenue, but also creates jobs, boosts exports, and promotes Australian cuisine. The ostrich meat industry generates an estimated 12 million AUD in annual revenue, receiving strong community support due to its nutritional value and unique flavor. However, rigorous quality inspections of the meat before use are critical to ensure food safety, prevent hygiene risks, and protect consumer health. The importance of sustainable wildlife management ensures both human safety and ecosystem preservation. Controlling the ostrich population through legal, strictly regulated hunting not only reduces traffic accidents but also supports the economy via the meat processing industry. Viewers should recognize that balancing human and natural needs requires responsible actions, legal compliance, and environmental respect to avoid unintended consequences. Thank you for following. If you enjoyed this post, don't forget to share and stay tuned for more. Goodbye and see you next time.
Yep. Nice cat.
Today I'm taking you on a journey through the wildest lands of South America. From dense jungles to sun-scorched plains where ferocious creatures lurk in every shadow, ready to unleash chaos. Every trigger pull, every heart-pounding chase, and every life or death moment happens in the blink of an eye. It's all waiting for you in this adventure. Are you ready? Comment the number 1 to join us and witness the most thrilling showdowns ever seen. In the rugged mountains of the American Southwest, Noah faces an unforgettable experience. A wild boar emerges near the forest's edge, swift, cunning, and alert. With his rifle loaded, Noah waits for the perfect moment. As a large male steps into his sights, he pulls the trigger. But the gunshot sends a nearby herd into a frenzy, and Noah finds himself trapped in a thrilling chase across steep cliffs. Every breath is tense, driven by the determination to eliminate these invasive threats. Caleb, a local farmer, can't stand by as his crops are destroyed. He takes matters into his own hands, grabbing his rifle and forming a patrol with friends to protect the fields. With the help of sharp-nosed hunting dogs, Caleb quickly spots a herd of wild boars lurking nearby. Shots ring out one after another, each one deadly. One shot, one boar down. In the dense Texas wilderness, Isaac opts for a bold strategy baiting. He uses a mix of corn and fermented fruit to lure wild boars. Then he quickly finds the perfect ambush spot with a clear line of sight and safe shooting position. Before long, a large boar appears, drawn by the bait's scent. Isaac raises his rifle, aims precisely at the weak spot, and pulls the trigger. The shot lands perfectly, and the boar drops on the spot. In the same rugged mountains, Mason takes a different approach. He's not hasty, spending hours observing and analyzing the boar's movements. Only when his target appears does Mason act. A single shot and the boar drops instantly. From his perfect ambush point, the other nearby boars have no chance to escape. In just a few minutes, Mason completes his mission, securing a valuable prize and saving the farmland below the mountains. At Berea Plains, a vast open expanse, the flat and clear terrain hides perfect cover for wild boars among the forest edge and endless rice fields. Early in the morning, Pond's team arrives fully armed with weapons and a pack of hunting dogs ready to track their prey. After settling into their ambush positions, 15 minutes pass in silence. Suddenly, a rustling sound breaks nearby. Pond immediately scans the area. A massive 400-pound wild boar emerges. Not letting it escape, Pond pulls the trigger. The gunshot echoes and the boar collapses into the grass, marking the team's first victory of the day. Leaving Berea, we head to the vineyards of Tuscany, where once peaceful rows of vines now serve as hideouts for wild boars. Ronnie's team arrives fully equipped with gear and hunting dogs, checking each row for signs of their prey. Suddenly, the dogs' barks echo from a distance. They've caught a scent. Within a minute, a wild boar charges out, racing through the vineyard. Ronnie gives it no chance to escape. A swift, clean shot, and the boar collapses among the vines. In this hunt, there's no room for hesitation. Only the quickest survive. Continuing the journey to Corsica, a rugged land of jagged rocks and dense thickets, the increasingly harsh terrain challenges even seasoned marksmen. But Finn remains undaunted. He sets out early, weaving through rocky outcrops and thorny brush, silently stalking his prey. While navigating a narrow path, a herd of wild boars suddenly burst from the thickets foraging for food. Without hesitation, Finn's first shot rings out across the hills. The herd scatters in panic. Finn presses on, firing repeatedly, but the terrain's cover allows most of the boars to escape into the steep mountainside. Sona's team takes their positions spread out across ambush points. Sona focuses patiently, scanning for any sign of movement. A panicked wild boar crashes through the thickets. The moment it appears, Sona chambers around and locks on target. John, a seasoned marksman, joins in, determined to let none escape. Just 15 minutes into their push through the dense brush, he spots a massive boar nearly 500 pounds charging straight at him. A shot rings out and the boar collapses at his feet, ending the confrontation. In a dense forest thick with thorns and tangled trees, Jack faces a wild boar charging from the brush at nearly 30 km/h, ferocious and unpredictable. As it enters his sights, Jack stays calm, hands steady on his rifle. A single shot rings out sharp and precise, dropping the boar instantly onto the dry grass. A cold, calculated finish showcasing Jack's expert skill and absolute focus. The shot not only takes down the prey, but also protects the forest from destruction, safeguarding the nearby farmland. I hear you and I feel the weight of your words as a farmer defending your land in Texas, where wild boars are a relentless threat. Those vast fields you grew up on, each inch of soil and every stalk of grain, represent a livelihood that these destructive animals tear apart. Taking up your rifle and heading into the deep woods isn't about sport, it's about survival, about protecting what generations have built. Each hunt is a grueling test of patience and courage, facing down ferocious beasts that threaten everything you hold dear. Your resolve to stand guard over your land is powerful, and it's clear you're fighting for more than just crops, you're fighting for a way of life. At dawn, we set out to hunt along the forest edge where wild boars often emerge to ravage crops. The morning air is still broken only by the soft steps of our hunting team. Not far in, a boar suddenly charges from the tree line right into our sights. Instinct kicks in. I raise my rifle, locking onto the animal's weak point. A single shot shatters the silence clean and precise, dropping the boar instantly before it can react. This victory marks the first step in defending our fields, strengthening the resolve of the entire team. Merrick's no rookie. Last season, he took down 9 wild boars in a single morning, each shot precise and decisive. This time's no different. When a boar gets too close, he handles it in seconds. Easy as pie, he says, lowering his rifle. That's the voice of someone who's faced hundreds of wild beasts. Our strategy is to keep moving. Staying in one spot too long leaves a human scent and the boars will catch on and slip away. Merrick leads the way, but suddenly halts between 2 dense thickets. He signals and the team scatters, taking positions. In under 2 minutes, a volley of gunfire erupts. Several dark shapes collapse in the clearing boars caught in the ambush. After the tense confrontation, the forest falls silent again. The boars seem to have retreated, vanishing deep into the shadows.
Harika. Harika.
Over a half an hour later, another herd appears, moving slowly, unaware they're in our sights. From a high vantage point, Buster peers through his scope, locking onto the last boar in the group the least alert, and calmly pulls the trigger. A clean shot and the boar drops in seconds. Do you enjoy hunting wild boars with a rifle? If yes, leave a comment with the number 2. If not, leave a 5. Buster and I quickly move on Merrick's signal. As we reach the hillside, we hear rustling in the distance. Not 1, not 10, but nearly 20 wild boars charging straight at us. Adrenaline surges. I react on instinct, raise the rifle, aim fire. In seconds, one drops right at my feet. Chaos, but the kind of chaos I've grown used to. As we reach the area, Merrick marked Buster quickly spots a wild boar slipping through the large trees, moving fast to avoid detection. With seasoned expertise, he keeps his scope steady, never letting the target escape his sight. A single shot rings out sharp and decisive. One bullet is all it takes to end the chase. The boar collapses onto the dry leaves, unable to react, leaving silence in the forest. Buster's masterful shooting proves the team's preparation and determination to protect the land. It was a day of hunting filled with high-stakes drama, heart-pounding moments where every decision could make or break the outcome. The challenges of the rugged wilderness, from treacherous terrain to the ferocity of wild boars, demanded courage and grit. Life out here isn't for the faint of heart, only for those ready to face danger head-on. Each shot fired is a testament to the persistence and determination to protect crops and the community's way of life against the threats of untamed nature. In a Serbian city, residents are facing a growing threat from wild boars. These massive animals, weighing hundreds of kilograms, have become a source of terror, spreading fear as they invade residential areas and devastate farms. To address the issue, Serbian authorities have authorized controlled hunting operations to reduce the wild boar population and protect the community. Hunting teams equipped with firearms and aided by tracking dogs work closely together to pursue and eliminate these aggressive beasts, ensuring the safety of people and their land. Determined to take down every wild boar that ravaged the farms last week, we navigate the rugged terrain filled with countless twists and turns, fortunate to have our pack of hunting dogs by our side. Everything is set, and I begin climbing the mountain. Just minutes later, the dog's barks echo through the forest. A boar is cornered. I rush forward and fire. The shot hits true, and the boar drops on the spot.
İyiymişsin arkadaş sen ya.
Less than 5 minutes later, the team spots another boar on the mountainside. I swiftly raise my rifle aim and pull the trigger. The distant growls of the dogs keep me on high alert. It's hard to believe I haven't seen a herd of wild boars this large in a long time. With my rifle ready, I fire repeatedly, unleashing a storm of bullets. At close range, 2 boars collapse into a muddy pool, letting out their final sounds.
Oh, veremolo. Oh, verem.
Deeper into the forest, the trees grow thicker, making it harder to spot and shoot. Fortunately, the hunting dogs make things easier quickly, pinpointing the boars' hiding spots and barking loudly to signal us. Hearing that familiar sound, the team tightens formation rifles at the ready. The chase turns chaotic until a single shot rings out. Unbelievably, a clean shot from my friend Morgan drops the boar instantly. The quarry is a massive beast, nearly 200 kilos. Nature always brings unexpected gifts, and today the herd of wild boars before us is the next one. Relentlessly pursued by the hunting dogs, the herd's formation breaks apart. Seizing the moment, I take position and aim. After pulling the trigger, I watch with pride as the boar tumbles down the hillside, my heart pounding with exhilaration. Before long, the hunting dogs pick up another target, their barks echoing to guide us. We move quickly, carefully tracking the situation in the dense forest. This time, Elmer, a seasoned marksman, takes the lead. As the wild boar comes into his sights, he calmly raises his rifle, aiming precisely at its weak point. With a single lethal shot, the boar drops instantly and rolls down the hillside, leaving a trail on the dry leaves. The seamless coordination with the dogs and Elmer's pinpoint shooting deliver a swift victory, safeguarding the area from the threat. In the Allier region of central France, the endless wheat fields, once a symbol of prosperity, have been severely disrupted by wild boars in recent years. They uproot crops, churn the soil, destroy irrigation systems, and raise fears of disease outbreaks. Last October, local authorities issued an urgent call requesting the hunting community to help control the boar population. In response, we mobilized our forces determined to protect the farmland from the growing threat of these aggressive beasts. I joined nearly 40 other hunters to form a team focused on Allier, a hotspot for wild boar activity. We split into smaller groups of 4 or 6, each assigned to areas where boars frequently pass. Behind a dense thicket, a boar suddenly appeared, likely sensing danger, pausing with its ears perked. Seizing the moment, I swiftly raised my rifle, aimed precisely, and took it down with a single accurate shot. The gunshot echoed the prey fell, marking the day's first victory and reinforcing our resolve to protect the farmland. After the first boar, we continued our ambush and soon spotted a herd emerging. My friend Tony fired at the group but missed, spooking them into a faster retreat. Unhappy with the miss, Tony vowed not a single boar would escape his barrel. As if to prove it, he calmly raised his rifle and dropped a massive boar, likely the largest we took down that morning. Dozens of wild boars gathered in a large herd, posing a serious threat. We fired relentlessly, taking down many through seamless coordination. There was no room for hesitation. If even one escaped, it could wreak havoc on nearby fields, causing heavy damage. The herd scattered in panic, but stragglers couldn't get away. My friends positioned at strategic ambush points swiftly locked onto their targets and dropped them with pinpoint accuracy, ensuring not a single boar slipped through. Wild boars often move in herds, making hunting complex, but for effective hunts, we must patiently wait for them to appear. When a boar enters the crosshairs, the skill of loading and aiming precisely is the key to success. To take down a boar in one shot, aim for the head or lungs for an instant kill. A precise shot not only saves time, but also minimizes environmental impact, avoiding disruption to the ecosystem or further damage to the surrounding area. In the afternoon, we continued patrolling the paths leading to the agricultural areas where wild boars frequently roam. However, they've grown craftier, moving in smaller groups, splitting up and hiding in dense thickets. Still, they couldn't evade our hunting team. With the aid of tracking dogs and tight-knit tactics, any boar spotted was swiftly taken down. No matter how fast they ran, none could outpace the speed of a bullet or the persistence of seasoned hunters like us. Finally, we gathered the quarry and returned. All the wild boars were processed into meat and distributed to the village farmers. The hunters believe that protecting crops and the community requires thorough preparation, careful observation, and precise action at the right moment. Despite facing harsh terrain or dangerous situations, they never back down. This lesson reminds us that safeguarding what's valuable demands a persistent skill and courage. Please support us with a like and follow. Goodbye and see you in the next videos. In the wild, the mountain lion is one of the most formidable predators thanks to its exceptional speed and agility. Capable of reaching speeds up to 40 miles per hour, the mountain lion easily outpaces other predators in its habitat, from dense forests to rugged mountainous terrain. Its muscular body, powerful legs, and ability to leap up to 12 meters make it a master of stalking and attacking prey with deadly precision. Are you ready to explore the mountain lion? If so, leave a comment with the number 1. With a bite force of 1,000 psi, capable of taking down a dog in a single strike, the mountain lion is not a predator to be underestimated. In 2020, the town of Golden, British Columbia began installing surveillance cameras around residential areas, but the footage captured was chilling. Mountain lions were not only appearing at night, but also attacking during the day, becoming an unexpected threat. Reports from wildlife management agencies indicate that mountain lions are dangerous predators, frequently targeting residential areas at night. The primary reason for this behavior is their predatory instinct, using the cover of darkness to hunt and avoid human detection. Recently in the town of Revelstoke, British Columbia, livestock losses are estimated to exceed $150,000 due to attacks on dogs and livestock. The crisis is escalating, and British Columbia has become a focal point for urgent calls to address the mountain lion threat. The Canadian government has implemented rigorous hunting training programs. Each year, over 150 hunters from across Canada gather in the mountains near Prince George to hone their skills. These summer training sessions not only prepare hunters for the hunt, but also emphasize their significant responsibility toward nature. Each hunting license costs between $75 and $200, but the true cost is the obligation to protect the ecosystem. When hunters receive their licenses, their journey begins in the rugged wilderness of the Rocky Mountains, British Columbia. The peak mountain lion hunting season occurs in late winter when temperatures drop below 10 degrees EOCars. Wondering how they survive such harsh conditions, the mountain lion's thick fur provides insulation, and its keen senses allow it to move silently through snow-covered forests. To counter the mountain lion's agility, Canadian hunters have utilized modern technology since 2021, significantly improving their success rates.
Oh yeah.
Over 10,000 hunters in British Columbia obtained firearms licenses, with many choosing rifles, like the .300 Winchester Magnum, designed for quick and humane kills. Thick snow reaching 2 to 3 feet in winter makes movement challenging. If you are a hunter, would you prefer to travel on foot? Or by vehicle? ATVs have become essential for Canadian hunters. With up to 150 horsepower, ATVs can navigate snow-covered trails up to 3 feet deep, something snowmobiles struggle to achieve. Hunting is not only a challenge, but also a matter of protecting human habitats. A mountain lion hunt in Canada in late December demonstrated that when facing a dangerous predator, every second counts. Without hunting dogs, the situation could have turned critical. Suddenly, a hunter's weapon ran out of ammunition as a mountain lion charged, putting their life at risk. Did the hunter face the mountain lion head-on, or did help arrive? A tragic incident where a hunting dog was injured serves as a stark reminder of the risks involved. The danger is real, and every decision carries consequences.
Yep. Nice cat.
That's cool.
Hunting dogs are considered vital tools for mountain lion hunting in the United States, typically conducted in designated areas or the Rocky Mountains to minimize human impact. Breeds like the Plot Hound and Black and Tan Coonhound are trained from a young age to adapt to wild environments. The Rocky Mountains are filled with blizzards, dense forests, and treacherous cliffs. Hunters train these dogs regularly, about twice a week, to ensure endurance and precision. A single mistake in training can lead to failure. Do you think this method is effective? If yes, leave a comment with the number 2. If not, leave the number 5.
Size of that foot next to mine too, huh? Yeah.
This region is also home to many feral cats. Hunting feral cats is not the same as hunting mountain lions, and hunting pregnant mountain lions carries heavy penalties. Despite the number of mountain lions taken each year, conservation policies are enforced to balance the ecosystem. New regulations implemented in February 2022 in Canada reduced the annual mountain lion hunting limit from 100,000 to 2,000. Hunting dogs like the Plot Hound and Black and Tan Coonhound now play a crucial role in tracking. During a mountain lion hunt, the hunter is at the center of tension and control. When feeling threatened, mountain lions become aggressive, showcasing their agility and ability to leap up to 12 feet, making them difficult to subdue. Hunters must master reflexive shooting at a minimum distance of 40 yards, as a single second's delay can allow the lion to escape or attack. To achieve this skill, hunters undergo rigorous training for at least 8 months, including marksmanship in simulated dangerous scenarios. This is critical preparation for decisive moments in harsh terrain.
He's done. Well, and they'll drag a dog right off the top of that, you know. Yeah.
Must have had a little bit of the spine going uphill, and that's what knocked him down.
Veteran hunters with over 8 years of experience advise maintaining a distance of at least 40 yards from large trees, where mountain lions often hide when under attack. This is a safe distance to avoid sudden leaps from these big cats, which can jump up to 12 yards from a moderate height. Did you know that mountain lions frequently visit streams to drink and stalk prey tracks in the snow? And skid marks near streams are crucial clues for hunters to follow.
Got caught in a trap.
Have you ever noticed this while out in the wild? With over 60% of the terrain being rugged and rocky, coupled with sudden blizzards, the greatest challenge for mountain lion hunters in Canada is not only the danger from these big cats, but also the harshness of nature. A team of at least 4 hunters is necessary, along with tracking equipment for hunting dogs to avoid getting lost in the chaos. Mountain lions are highly intelligent, often hiding among cliffs. To flush them out, hunters use loud noises such as the barking of hunting dogs. Insulated clothing and light-colored camouflage that blends into the snow not only keep hunters warm, but also reduce the risk of detection. After each hunt, the hunter's responsibility doesn't end. These approaches have been effective in controlling some invasive species. Do you have any ideas for better solutions? Leave your thoughts in the comments so we can explore together. Thank you for watching the entire video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends about us so they can watch too. Goodbye and see you in the next video.
We're at the time up there again, man.
Baboon tourism in South Africa offers visitors not just a destination, but an unforgettable experience. Each year, millions of tourists from around the world flock to South Africa, eager to encounter wild baboons up close, fueling a billion-rand industry.
Just walk away. Just walk away.
Behind the allure of these vibrant creatures lies a growing mystery as baboons lose their natural fear of humans. They become bolder and harder to control, turning once peaceful areas into scenes of unexpected chaos. What happens when wildlife and daily life collide? Join us in comment number 1 to explore this wild story. Tourists visiting South Africa eagerly feed baboons, causing a significant shift in their natural behavior. Currently, about 75% of these baboons rely on human-provided food instead of foraging in the wild as they once did. This well-meaning habit has transformed cautious animals into bold companions, constantly seeking handouts, fundamentally altering their relationship with humans. Once wary baboons have become so accustomed to and dependent on food from tourists that they now view nearby residential areas as ideal foraging grounds. As a result, they've begun expanding their territory, venturing deeper into human spaces in search of their next easy meal. Such scenes have become increasingly common, with baboons no longer hesitating to approach humans for food. In the Cape Peninsula, baboon intrusions have surged by 180% over the past year, with over 1,200 incidents of vandalism and theft, reported ranging from broken windows to stolen belongings. The damage caused by these bold baboons has exceeded 5 million rand. This unwanted presence is not just a nuisance, but also harms the local economy, reducing property values and impacting tourism activities. Tourists, now wary of theft and potential attacks by baboons, are increasingly hesitant to visit, leading to a significant drop in the region's tourism revenue, a primary income source for many residents. What was once a charming and exotic attraction is now driving people away, leaving communities to grapple with the costly consequences of uncontrolled baboon mischief. Facing the growing invasion of baboons, South African authorities have implemented a targeted policy to control the baboon population, aiming to protect both residents and the local economy. Licensed monitoring teams have been approved, with up to 25 teams permitted to operate under strict guidelines. Each team receives a financial reward of 15,000 rand per baboon, controlled a significant incentive to attract skilled professionals. Do you agree with this method of controlling the baboon population? If yes, leave comment number 2. If no, leave number 5.
On top, yes. On top.
However, to qualify, participants must complete intensive training on baboon behavior, safe handling, and wildlife management. Teams are permitted to use tranquilizer darts and humane traps, ensuring an effective yet non-lethal population control method that prioritizes both safety and ethical treatment. The teams primarily operate in high baboon activity areas such as near residential zones and popular tourist spots where baboons have become particularly bold. These methods aim to minimize human-baboon conflicts while maintaining the ecological balance in the region. The designated control season runs from September to March, when food scarcity tends to drive baboons further into human areas. Experienced trackers identify baboon presence by looking for footprints, overturned trash cans, and broken branches. All right, we're rolling to spot them. The teams rely on high-powered binoculars like the Nikon Monarch, providing clarity at long distances, allowing them to spot baboons from a safe range. To subdue baboons effectively, teams are trained to aim for the legs or torso, ensuring a swift and humane approach. These methods not only help control the baboon population, but also minimize risks and ensure safety for both the community and the animals. However, controlling baboons presents unique challenges due to their high intelligence and social group behavior. Baboons quickly adapt, often sensing when they're being tracked and skillfully escaping. In one instance at Cape Peninsula, a monitoring team reported that baboons had learned to recognize their vehicles and would scatter as soon as they approached, making the task nearly impossible without advanced camouflage tactics. Their intelligence combined with agility and pack mentality makes each control effort a test of patience and determination, often requiring teams to wait hours for success. Despite these challenges, baboon control has attracted both skilled professionals and thrill seekers, boosting the local economy by nearly 20% as enthusiasts and experts join the effort. This initiative has also drawn attention to affected areas, turning them into hotspots for wildlife management tourism, while generating funds reinvested into the community. These revenues not only support wildlife conservation and management, but also improve infrastructure and enhance the quality of life for local residents. Proceeds from control permits and rewards have helped offset financial losses faced by farmers and residents due to baboon-related damage. With top monitoring teams making progress in managing the baboon population, a simple like or word of encouragement can go a long way in supporting their efforts. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Please help us out with a like and subscribe to support our channel. Goodbye and see you in the next video.